Merry Christmas. Yep, it is that time of year. I'm just going to take you guys outside and we'll show you. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Minus 24 degrees centigrade. Bloody cold. So, the good news is, I don't know if you can see this, my big truck's back. Yeah, it's kind of dark, it's pitch black out here. But yeah, they managed to get her done up right good and proper. So, yeah, I'll just take you guys back inside and show you where we got to. So, what could this be? Well, if you guys can see this, those big frames that were lying out here, I chopped them down and slotted them down into there, shortened them down, so now we're nice sort of waist height for me, being 6'5", you know, I have to be fairly tall, so this bench will be of no use to anybody else. And then there's this part. Now, I'm not going to give that away just yet, but that is really, really important to that. So, this is not quite done yet. There's still another piece to go across here, and then I'll probably do some bracing back here, and then probably the same over here, running down to there, just to strengthen that side up quite a lot. And then there's another piece that goes back to here, and then this whole top will be sheeted, so it'll be like a welding table sort of a thing, because this, whatever this is morphed into now a massive table. I got rid of that pallet that's sitting here, so yeah, so it's going to be really handy to have this nice big surface here to work on, and then I can get back to cracking on this old fella. So that's probably going to be probably in the new year. I'm probably going to really get tore into that. I'm supposed to be going to pick up some sheets of steel, and I can start get to making up some stuff. One of the things I was going to actually talk to you guys about was grinders. We all know we all go through a lot of grinders doing this stuff, and I was just going to show you guys a handy tip. These ones here, I don't know if you guys will have the same sort of a deal as this, but you just take these 4 screws out and the gearbox lifts out. And quite often what happens with these is they prematurely wear out just because they chuck all the grease out and then they just eat themselves. So basically, if you restuff that back full of grease and stick it all back together, and you should still get a fair bit of life out of it. I found that it works. It extends the life of the grinders, because we all know we do go through a hell of a lot of them. But at the same time, I went and bought myself a nice little Crimbo present. Now this is the kind we have over here. They probably have a different name, different parts of the world. That's all they do is they rebadge them. They're literally just the same machines, just with different names on them. So yeah, like I said, this little device here, it's being a bench right now, but it will be really handy in the future. But this thing here is really going to be critical to the project. But the good thing about this has freshened up my old welding skills, because I hadn't welded for a while, because I don't know if I told you guys, but I'd gone through a couple of spinal surgeries, played rugby, done all that good stuff, crashed motorcycles, fallen off things, all of the above. And so yeah, I've ended up in the surgery quite a few times, and I now have bolts in my back. So I've been away from doing heavy stuff like this for a while, and it's just coming to a year since I had the surgery, so I'm starting to feel a lot better, and I'm trying to get my my beads back again. They call it nickels and dimes here. But I was talking to a few guys, and I know everybody all knows about young Josh there, and I've been trying to give him handy tips. And one of the tips I was telling him was when you're working with the gun, when you get running your beads, you hold the gun at a 45-degree angle to the job, and then you run it at a 45-degree angle to the direction of flow. And when you have a good path to work, you push the puddle, because you got to remember there's gas coming at the end of that gun, and you want the gas to flow into the puddle. So if you point it to where you're going, the gas goes there too, and it helps keep that weld really clean. Like I said, I'm getting my wheels back under me. This one was a little bit harder because I'm welding upright. I normally like to weld down on the flat, but I will probably turn this over when it's done, and yeah, you'll love it. When I get this all done, I'm going to lay it down, I'm going to finish all the welds, and I'll probably put some bracing in here, sort of like a lateral things here, just to strengthen it up, because there's going to be a few more things added to this. You guys are probably guessing what this is already, but I'm not going to pop the bubble just yet. It's sturdy. I've been up there. I'm 280 pounds, so yeah, it's strong. And like I said, I'm 6'5", and this is just above my waist height, so it'd be bugger all use for anybody else. But anyway, I've rabbited on long enough. Before the end of the year, I will probably post another video next week, but I'd just like to give a shout out to Dave, Jagger Dave. He's been a fountain of information, great guy. Sean C, Mini Matt, oh, lots of guys, DB, yeah, Paul. Suspension's freaking amazing, bud. Keep at her. Yeah, we all go through this. It's tough to keep motivated, but we all work together, give each other kudos, and push each other along. We'll get through it. Like, these cars they're great cars, but they're a lot of work. This one especially, like I said, this whole quarter here was added by somebody at some point, and they did a really crap job at it. So I actually had somebody comment to me that this car probably should just be crushed. Just turf it, bugger it. But I look at it as this. This car's so far badly gone, I wouldn't feel bad about making it into something interesting. But I'll say I'll keep that for the new year. And like I said, it's like the whole floor, the tunnel, everything's buggered. So, you know, if it works out, it works out. If not, I've learned a bunch of stuff along the way. And hey, it's all knowledge. If you learn from it, there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, I've rabbited on too long. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you probably next week. So, tatty bye.